Yeah. Glitch the guarantee. E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You get misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game. Like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weaves. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through on transparency. Heard their self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business, starter fees, street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Get her, ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chick. Something about the VBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah, what up, bro? It's the first of your brother, Berkeley. We here, Jack.
Here's one of my favorite life hack that's been a total game changer for me, Grammarly. It's not just a spelling or grammar checker.
Tonight, so now I gotta read tomorrow all over again. Nice work.
The guarantee. E&E.
Yeah.
2020 got me seeing so clear. Put your boy shit.
We talked about this before. We're gonna keep it about the same talk. We just play through it.
We cool, nigga.
Not to say.
This is the Major. We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Killing in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves in these planted trees. Okay. Don't break the code, this family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow was classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat is it Japanese. Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers be Japanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, how they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Okay. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher shit. Any clip that we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, these rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Poor looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga, perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers, you know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom. To try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk. Let me lock in. Show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I'll be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Put your boy up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. Just to guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah. I know we about to get to it, man. And I said, like, bro, picking the ball to the page. And of course, yeah. You dig? Y'all already know what it is. It's Monday night, and we here. What's good with everybody? Y'all already know it's your brother Virgil Bear, aka Stats with the Facts, and y'all know y'all tapped in, tuned in to another episode of A Real Talk Podcast. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, and share on your social engineering. Right? So tonight we're gonna have this conversation, man. We done spoke on this time and time again, and we're going to continue to, but this is the first time we're speaking on it in 2025. Right? And the topic of tonight's show is, are new artists being used to push the LGBTQ MNOP barbecue committee agenda? And of course, the answer to that question is yes. It absolutely is. So y'all see the poll question at the beginning of the show. Sit up there and participate and cast your vote. What's your opinion? What say you? Right? But this is something that I've touched on numerous times before in the past. And like I said, I'm pretty sure we won't touch on it again. You know? But what I want to say is they be springing these new artists on us, you know, forcing us basically to like them, you know, at the same time, using these people to push their agendas, right? Hold on, let me help my brother Court out real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back on Facebook. Hold on real quick, y'all. My man Rain, man, said he want to come up on the show tonight. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm about to send him the link so he can tap on in. It's in the comment section on YouTube, bro. Right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, and subscribe to the page. You did? You know what I mean? I don't know if you tapped in or not, Court, but the link is right there in the chat. The link is right there, right underneath the greeting. Right? You already know what it is, man. You did. You know what I'm talking about? We here, about to have a discussion, talk about it, you know. And like I've said many times before, y'all, man, when the question is asked, are new artists being used? Notice I didn't say hip hop artists, although hip hop artists are being used. And I'm not even gonna say they're being used more. It's just that it seems that way because hip hop is the most popular and influential genre of music on planet Earth right now. It has been for quite some time. So but I'm specifically focusing on these two people right here. Right? Let me get a better picture of them so y'all can see. All right. All right, this dude right here, man. This guy right here, man. And this is why I say the industry is definitely using these new artists to push these agendas. When let's just talk about Lil Nas X real quick, right? Let's just focus on him for a brief second, right? Pause. You feel me? Remember when this dude came out? You know what I mean? All right. Remember when this guy first came out with his popular song? Remember when this dude first came out with this popular song? I'm about to bring you up here in a second, Court. Remember when this guy first came out? Lil Nas X. He came out about 2018, right? And the hit song he had was called Old Town Road, a song that was very popular. If I'm not mistaken, he got the Grammy from that joint. And it was number one for multiple weeks. And the most specific thing about this song is it was marketed towards children, school-age elementary children at that. So much so that they were sending this boy around to elementary schools all across America. singing this song, promoting this song, right? But unbeknownst to us, XL Pro, what's happening, man? Unbeknownst to us, right? This is how he was going to show his ass up to the goddamn Grammys. Right? This is how he shows up to the Grammys to accept his award for Song of the Year or whatever the situation was. And now he's pushing the LGBTQ, MNOP, barbecue committee agenda. He's also pushing Luciferianism, Satanism. Right? That's a fact, XL Pro. Right? Excuse me. So clearly this dude, right? Clearly this guy is what, like my man XL Pro said, clearly he's an industry plant. You feel me? You know? He's an industry plant. And now here we have, right, all these years later, right, now we have her and him teaming up with each other at the GLAAD Awards, right? And this is an organization that allegedly advocates for promoting ideas, promoting perspectives of not creating safe spaces, I guess, in entertainment industry for LGBTQ MNOP people, right? It's an organization called GLAAD. We're gonna get to that here in a second. But that was at the GLAAD Awards, and Doechii, the new artist, her right here, who actually is a very attractive and pretty chocolate sister. I mean, you know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. She's an attractive chick, right? She got a nice little frame on her and everything. But she's bisexual and queer, whatever the hell that means. Back in the day, you just was you just was a fun boy. Wasn't none of that queer shit. Or when we did use the word queer, queer just meant gay. I mean, am I wrong, Corey? We didn't use the word queer, but if it was a word we used, it just was like another way of saying gay, just not saying gay. You know, you bring my brother Cord up, man. Cord, what's popping, man? You gotta turn your mic on, man.
Yo, what up, man?
I can hear you, bro.
What's going on with everybody today?
Jay Wishbone, what's happening, man? He said, you know damn well they push it. You know, I know. No, but Cord, back in the day, when we used the term queer, if we ever did, it just meant gay, though, right?
Right. Yeah, as far as when we came up, that's all. Queer definitely meant gay.
It just was another way of saying gay.
Yes. That's all it really was.
Right. It's just another way of saying gay. So, you know what I mean? Like, I really don't, you know what I'm saying, understand why we got all, I mean, not understand why, but there's a reason why we have all these different gender identities for you to pick and choose from to get a sense of yourself from. And I'm saying it is an agenda behind it, right? And what the agenda is on the front, right? Or should I say, what people don't realize is an agenda is when we hear about this LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda thing, and it is a thing, and there's a difference between the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda and the actual LGBTQ community. Big difference, right? And we'll explain that a little bit later as well too. But with these new artists, right? And they're using these people to push these agendas, push these ideologies. The question is why? All right. The question is why. You already know Jay Wishbone, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody tap in when they tap in, and they tap in when they tap in. You dig? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Man, you see my man XL Pro, man. Shout out to my brother XL Pro. You did? But yeah, man, I got my brother Court in the building, aka Rain Man, E&E every day, all day, no day off. I got my brother Court in the building. What's good, man?
Cooling, man. Cooling, man. Just getting resettled down from running around after I got off work.
Okay.
Had to get reacclimated. But yeah, man. Just trying to tap in today, man. I see you you got I see you got the topic going today.
Right.
So
you know, this my E&E brother right here, though, man. You know what I'm saying? He tap in every now and again, but you know what I'm saying? Just in case y'all ain't know. You know
all day.
My brother Court, aka Rain Man, right here, man. E&E. This is the guy who coined a real talk phrase that we coined right here. Hashtag flight confirmation before, or sex confirmation before flight confirmation. That's the man that coined the phrase right there. That's the hashtag right there. This is the creator, Court, aka Ram Man, E&E every day, all day, no days off. Hey, hashtag sex confirmation before flight confirmation.
Oh man, that was a classic. Because I'm a little disappointed how many people already wasn't living by that code. I thought that was pretty standard.
Yeah, hey man, everybody don't know what it is and what it do. These new niggas out here, they don't understand. You know what I'm talking about? God. But yeah, as far as the topic tonight, though, you know what I'm saying. And before we get into it, I just want to ask your opinion, Court. Do you think the music industry is using these new artists to push these agendas, specifically the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda?
So this is what I think. I think entertainment in general, not just music, but movies, media, all forms of media, and so forth. I think it's well documented that the powers that be are often, a lot of them are from the homosexual background, or whether it's openly or behind the scenes. Right. It just seems like that's just kind of like a reoccurring. And again, we're not talking about everybody. Mm-hmm. There's definitely people in those positions that are not like that. Exactly. But I just think in general, it seems to be, for some reason, for whatever reason, those people do seem to be in power for whatever reason. I think that what we're seeing now is a rise as far as people are more, obviously, it's just more accepted now, right? Right. Like you said, there's words that we grew up using that it wasn't an issue to use because we didn't honestly, to be real, in the 90s, getting offended, it didn't mean anything. Like no one cared about you were upset that something was said. That meant nothing. You definitely weren't getting canceled. You weren't losing your shows and your sponsorships because you said something that a certain group of people are offended by. I mean, hell, even racist shit wasn't good. Racism rarely got people canceled. especially
Rarely.
white people being racist. That's never been an end all. So suddenly over, I don't know, I would say probably the last 10 years, it seemed like it was a shift as far as priority and civil rights. And it seemed like the gay community jumped past the black community as far as like things started being more geared towards equality for gays more than it was for blacks. And so but I'm not really, it's kind of hard to say how it got there, but I'll say that I think what's going on now, I think there are more people accepting to being gay. More people are offended by people who are against that lifestyle. And so I think in return, we see more people openly coming out, especially in rap. It was taboo to speak on being gay. Hell, about 20 years ago, it was taboo to talk about eating coochie and any of that. And now we're in a place where niggas is openly talk about how much ass they eat. They openly talk about how they just want to give girls head without doing nothing else. And so it's like things that it's not that these things weren't going on. Obviously, they've always been going on, but people used to keep it private and people used to be more in with that. Now it's like the floodgates have opened. And so I think in return, I don't think all of a sudden there's just more gay rappers or gay people, period. I don't think that like people watch TV and then say, oh, they're gay on TV, I want to be gay. I personally don't think that it can influence someone to be gay, but I do think it can make somebody be more comfortable about coming out if they've been holding back. I do think some of this, as far as the Lil Nas X thing, I was always confused by what happened with him because maybe I wasn't paying attention, but when he first came out, I didn't get he was promoting himself to be this like gay rapper. I thought he was like, oh, this is like a fun, like all the kids love the song, catchy. I almost think it could be like another one-hit wonder. It was a TikTok vibe or something, and then we don't never hear. But then it seemed like once he seen that people was picking up on him being gay and they were, supporting it, it's like he went over the top with it. Now he's posting pictures with having sex with the devil and all this wild shit, which clearly is a little bit, it's one thing to be gay. It's another thing to put visuals out as if, are you insinuating sacrifices? Are you insinuating this is something that you had to do to get where you are? And so you already, and even if that isn't true, that these are narratives out there. And so now you're feeding into that, whether it's true or not. I feel like that wouldn't be a choice that he would make. I feel like the power, the machine behind him, I don't know who he signed to, but more than likely he's probably
Sony, but I might not be too accurate on that.
I bet I wouldn't be surprised if it's under the Universal umbrella.
Yeah, but
I think it just became like it really is like it's almost like it almost started to feel like a troll. It almost started feeling like trolling in a way. Like it almost was like, oh, y'all uncomfortable with this? Oh, okay. Well, then let me, let's ramp it up. And not just Lil Nas X, but I've seen this happen. But him particularly, it was almost like directly he became extremely flamboyant once he got success. Where again, obviously he was already whatever he was, but he wasn't promoting himself as that. At least that's not what I got. And like I said, maybe I missed it, but it seemed like now he's like, and then he's like, his fame is just blown through the roof now. So, it does make you feel like, why are we, like with TV and stuff, it's a lot of, everybody has a gay character and everybody has like a lot of, I think they want to include we're like in this inclusion phase right now.
Right.
And I think that they're really just preying on that. It's big business in that. It's a big market in that. These are voices that felt like they hadn't been heard. Yeah, that was great. That image right there. That was wild. Like I said, I have no issue with any of these people with their sexual preferences, but why would you have a picture of you in a doggy style position with the devil behind you, as if the devil's getting you pregnant? That's a weird. I mean, that's way deeper than gay to me. That's like,
right.
That's symbolic on a whole nother. And I hate that it's just the fact that you're seeing a black man bent over like that with a white looking devil behind him. It goes back to the powers that be, and this is what you gotta do, if you want fame. And so it's hard to feel like there ain't something behind the scenes, like, hey, but then I always like to ask the question, like, what's to be gained, right? Let's say there's this gay agenda, right? What is the benefit of whoever is pushing that agenda? Like, what will be like considered success? Like, what are they looking for? Because like I said, I don't think that a person is going to look at this image and be like, oh, now I want to go be gay. But what are we expecting out of this? Like, I would be curious if there is some type of push like that, what's your go? So that's why before I want to jump down and say 100%, I know it's an agenda. I like to try to think, okay, well, who benefits? And that might be something that maybe you can speak to.
Nah, and that's perfect, because what is the main thing that I always say to y'all? Cui bono. What does cui bono mean? In Latin, it means, right? What did the court just say? Right? You gotta do your due diligence, man. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? Now, as far as this being an agenda, it is. And it's not only circumstantial, but actual factual proof. Right? And the reason why I'm focusing on this guy, Lil Nas X, because like I always tell y'all, when it comes to this agenda, specifically being pushed through the music, hip hop music specifically. Now, don't get it messed up now, man. It's being pushed through all music, specifically through hip hop, because it's the most popular, most influential, the most profitable. Cui bono means to whom goes the benefit. Who benefits? In any situation, you should always ask yourself that before you ask anything. Before you ask what else outside of, who benefits? And we ask cui bono in the sense of a situation like this. And that's why I was glad that court had that insight. Who benefits, right? Who benefits from us seeing this image, right? In the way that it is currently and at the time being promoted. What is this image saying? What is it not saying? What is it showing? Cui bono, who benefits from this, right? And when we ask that question, which is always good to ask, who benefits? Who's the only person who would benefit from this image being pushed in any shape, form, or fashion? See, when you ask yourself that question, there you go. And over here at A Real Talk, we do real talk. So I'm gonna just ask y'all straight up: who benefits from this, God or the devil? Right? Now, if you believe in God or the devil or either or whatever, that's for you to figure out on your own. I definitely do, for a fact. And tell you right now, the only person or people or group or organization that benefits from this image is not you. It ain't us. This guy went around to schools across America singing that Old Town Road song to kids, and court asked a good question, cui bono, and not only that, but why, right? Why? That's the second thing you ask. Who benefit and why are they doing it? Right? What would be the point of having Lil Nas X pre this going to schools performing this song repetitiously? I'll talk to y'all about NLP, neuro linguistic programming. What was the point of sending him to all them schools singing that song, basically going on a tour singing that song to kids? Right? Now, I don't know about the lyrics of the song or whatever, undertones and all that crazy stuff. I'll let the people who dig in and stuff like that do that. But what I am going to say, what I know from my personal expertise is that it was a desensitization. Look what he's doing now. So when kids see him on the TV, they actually see him come to their school and perform a song. It desensitizes them. It preemptively programs them to accept his image. And when they see him, they automatically associate him with, I'm going to take my horse to the old town road. They don't associate with this. But when they see this, they associate this with him with what they know. And that's where the cognitive dissonance takes place. This is how they capture the minds of our youth, because it's very confusing. So the whole purpose of this is to confuse the children. By first desensitizing them, preemptively programming them, entertaining them. And then that's when you smack them with the raw imagery in their face, and it's just like a shock to the psyche. And that is what can contribute to a change in behavior and attitude by continuously being allowed to have access and exposure to this type of stuff. It opens the door, so to speak. You know?
Yeah, that shit is deep, man, because I think we do underestimate too, like the psychology of humans, like the way we process information, or the way we adapt to certain things, right? Like unknowingly, like naturally. I know just speak off experience. I know for a fact I've been in like maybe 3 or 4, probably more than that, but let's just say at least 3 or 4 times in my life that I can significantly say I've been in a certain environment, right, that I had never been in, never really had a lot of knowledge about, but was still able to pretty much adapt to it and exist and even thrive in it. And I think I think most humans have that. I think it's a natural human ability. And so I think with the powers that be, that's what I like to kind of bring it to. They are aware of these psychologies, right? They're aware. They're aware.
They're the ones that put them in place.
Yeah. So they be little subtle things like for instance, how I said, okay, a person looking at a picture, that's not gonna make them want to be gay, right? But that combinated with lyrics that say certain things, combinated with movies and TV shows that are showing you certain things, and so with the combination of the things coming together, it absolutely is influential. And there's no secret that music and TV is the most influential things to the masses, and it's also no secret that, because I know some people probably wonder, well, why would they choose to use music? Why not something else? And if you are a person that's into the Bible or anything, then that obviously the devil was a musician. He was into music. He was actually probably supposed to be like one of the top musicians, I believe.
He was the chief minstrel, man.
Yeah. So naturally, if you decide that you go evil, you're gonna say, well, what's gonna be your forte? It's gonna be what you know. So I think it's something to be said about that, man. And it is crazy when you think about it. So I guess back to the cui bono, right?
Right.
What exactly is there a monetary gain, or is it more about people?
What you mean more about people though? What you mean by that?
So is the real goal to make more people homosexual, or is it something else?
Well, it's the combination of both, right?
Because my thing is, what does mean more homosexual people? What does that do? What does that mean? That doesn't mean we're going to be any better or worse as a society. I don't know what that necessarily. If I'm sitting at the top of the chain, I don't like. I'm trying to figure out why would I want more people to be that way.
Okay,
like,
so
what is my reason?
What is your end goal in that?
I'm just trying to put myself in their shoes and see.
Okay, well, let me sit up here and explain it to you then, because it's very simple, very easy, right? If you are trying to implement massive depopulation agendas as well, if you have a plan to decrease the world's population from its current population to less than 1 billion, 500 million, wouldn't it be in your best interest to promote an agenda that promotes the non-birthing of more humans? You hit your mute button, Court.
All right, so population control essentially.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. All right. So ultimately, it's back to control. Then at the end of the day,
that's what everything is. Everything is control. It's not about the money. These people can print as much money as they want.
Right.
So it's money is about control. Right? Because what if you got a whole mattress full of bread you've been stacking from however you've been stacking it, and they sit up here and tell us that this ain't even worth nothing no more.
Right.
So I'm just,
I will say this too, man. I think it's something about maybe, and maybe it's getting ramped up a little bit more now too, from where it used to be, because population control, as we know, that's been the goal there since way before the gay shit started getting thrown in our face so much. Like they've been trying to figure out whether it was through abortions or birth control or all those different methods, right? But it's crazy because it seems like also outside of the population, I can't think of one other benefit, so to speak, to the powers to be to want to do that. And I think that could be we're kind of seeing it. So you gotta, I think it's a cause and effect, right? I think they're trying to offset what could be going on with the current state of a lot of people on the same time, while we might see a rise in with the gay openness and the support and all of that. Right. I think we're also seeing a rising of the people starting to take more control of their manhood, their destinies, their families, their structure. They're reprogramming what we've been. So when we all know how scary that can be, especially us Black people start getting that knowledge of self and start operating in certain facets like we used to.
Facts.
I think, okay, wait a minute, let's slow this down. So outside of population control, it could also be, let's make sure that we kind of taking some of these niggas' credibility and
No, that's a no court. It's all of that, bro. It's that as well. Not only is this a depopulation thing, what did J. Edgar Hoover say? What did he say? I say it all the time over here. He said, there will never be another Black Messiah unless we create them.
In fact, he definitely said that publicly.
Right there on the TV screen, on the computer screen.
Nah, that's
right. So just like my brother Court just said, it's also an agenda to demasculate, or should I say emasculate, feminize us. specifically us, not just us. It's a war on masculinities, if that's what you want to call it, or as we know it, no matter what your race or skin color is. But it's specifically a war on us, right? That's the reason why they putting us. They're trying to listen. That's what I'm saying. This is all an attempt to prevent another Black Messiah from rising that they don't control or create, or should I say, form. They don't have the ability to create. Don't ever forget that. So they got to make us look real weak and feminine, right? Make us look soft. They want to make us the face of sexual deviancy. They want to make us the face of homegrown terrorism. And they want to make us the face of fun boy activity and behavior. All just to prevent what J. Edgar Hoover said from happening. Right? Yeah. And I know that sounds a little grandiose. I mean, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And outside of that, but not just us though, but specifically us for that reason. But everybody as a whole for the depopulation of reasons. And who can then, I mean, I could pull up massive videos of y'all homeboy Bill Gates just openly saying that we need to just get rid of people. He's like says it openly, publicly. TED Talks and everything. He ain't the only one. Elon Musk has said this. Bezos has said this. Right? So, and this is one thing I be having these shows for the conversations. Dan Patrick, what up? Why? The reason why I be having these conversations because we have to start having these conversations, man, and have these uncomfortable discussions because whether you want to believe it or not is irrelevant. This actually is happening. This is, and when you hear, because see, the thing with the word agenda is when you hear words like agenda, you automatically associate that with a word like, let's say, conspiracy theory. And you associate that word with something automatically not being true. You understand? So through word association, we have been mind-fooled out of critically thinking about the stuff we actually seeing and actually is in front of our eyes. Right? And that's why it's brothers like me here. Right? Now, like I say, man, when it comes to this chick Doechii, man, and you know, and it's kind of crazy though, for real, because, and this is the further, this is the contributing to the confusion, right? And we all know who the author of confusion is, and the whole LGBTQ MNOP barbecue committee agenda is the epitome of confusion. What's more confused than the LGBTQ MNOP barbecue committee agenda? Right? My man Dan Patrick said, man. He said, totally agree with you, Virgil. It all started with Pretty Boy era, Prince, Michael Jackson, Radio World. Yeah, Shalimar. Yeah, all that metrosexual shit from the late 70s and 80s and shit. Rest in the essence of Prince, man. Right? You know? But I mean, when it comes to this chick, Doechii, though, right? Something different about her, right? Because she's a chick, right? And I see how they're using her. And the thing that really messed up about Doechii, in my opinion, is Doechii she's a nice looking girl. She's a pretty chocolate girl. You know, I love chocolate black chicks. That's my favorite, man. You feel me? Absolutely love dark skinned black women. And she's a very attractive one. That's one of the things that is alluring about her because she's very, very attractive. Right? And I don't think she is, though, Dan Patrick, to be honest with you. I don't think she is at all. Right? But y'all all know Doechii recently was in hot water for saying what I'm about to pull up on the screen. Y'all know she was all in the hot water for saying this. You know what I'm saying? All you niggas was tight when she said this goofy ass shit, man. Y'all niggas all tight and stuff, man. What y'all brothers gotta stop doing, man, is y'all gotta stop being so emotional, man. You know? Stop feeling like you gotta respond. Maybe just scroll past.
What's my biggest dating red flag?
Is it being on the DL?
You're on the right track. I have my answer.
Is it close enough?
You want to guess one more time? What would be a red flag for me?
Bad music taste?
Oh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one.
Like,
But that's
what
not
do you
what
mean
I
you
put.
don't listen to Michael Jackson? But okay.
Okay. This is a huge red flag for me.
All right. You know what's so crazy? I was going to say men.
Strike one. You're a man.
Yeah.
You're heterosexual.
Yeah. I was going to say, so technically, because my mind was already there, I don't think I deserve to eat a wing.
I think you do, friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, always go with your gut instinct.
I think you need more sauce.
Okay.
What's my...
So y'all recently know she was in hot water for saying that. Not really, though, because nothing really happened for real. I mean, she just received this award at the GLAAD situation. So, you know, the funny thing and the interesting thing to me about her is that she's a black chick who identifies as being bisexual and queer. Okay, but she didn't say she doesn't like males, or she likes males. She just doesn't like heterosexual men, if that makes sense. Now, are y'all confused by what I just said a little bit? Wasn't that confusing what I just said? Then you have to like, hold on, what you just say, Verge? Right? She's a bisexual chick who clearly likes males because she's bisexual, meaning she likes both sexes, genders, right? But she's also queer. So she doesn't like masculine heterosexual men who like and are attracted to women. She like fun boys. My nigga Court over there baffled, right? You don't even know what to say. Like, Court ain't got no words for it. See what I'm saying? That's saying right there. That's the agenda.
And I think she a creative chick too, man. Like her music.
She is, though. That's crazy because she's actually talented. And like I said, she's a very attractive chick. Like, Doechii is the type of chick, if I seen her out somewhere, I like chocolate girls like her. She's pretty, slim, got a nice little body on her. You feel me? Oh, and she'll go. Right. But listen to what I said. I'm gonna repeat this again. She's a bisexual, queer woman who clearly is attracted, likes to have sex with males, but not heterosexual, masculine men. She likes to, because she said if you're a heterosexual man. And that's what I'm saying. That's the agenda right there. See, listen, man. And I say this all the time, man. And this is the reason why I speak on this subject in the way that I do, right? When I do. The LGBTQ MNOP Barbecue Committee agenda is not about people being who they are, expressing who they are, living their life the way they feel on the inside, living their truth. This agenda has nothing to do with any of that. But it has everything to do with confusing you, specifically our children, about who you are, with what you are, making what you are more important than who you are, right? And confuses specifically and especially the kids. So they do what? So like Court said, so what's the end game? What is it all for? They want to confuse our children especially about gender, right? So they grow up in a society where there is no gender. Huh? Does that make sense to y'all? Now, why would they want our children to be desensitized, preemptively programmed to be living in a society where gender is non-existent? Why? What's the purpose? Right? Numerous ones. One, add to the depopulation. We got the smart grid coming in. The metaverse is on its way. In the metaverse, you're not going to know who you're interacting with. Their gender isn't going to matter because you are digitally, holographically, through virtual reality and augmented reality, creating mixed reality, engaging and interacting with one another. So what difference does it need to know what my gender is, what Court's gender is, if you're never going to meet us probably physically ever? Do you understand the purpose and the reason I say it's an agenda? It's not about being who you are. Because that, man, LG, that ain't about nothing who you are. And that's a whole nother show. We can talk about the difference between who you are and what you are. We discussed that on Spiritual Root Sunday. This is the thing I say about specific artists like Dolce, because she's actually talented, very influential, very charismatic, and magnetic. Children like her, right? But look at the imagery, look at the rhetoric, right? Openly, publicly. And just like Court said, it's not just about contributing to the deep pop situation. It's about coming at us, specifically us. Right? Because you could sit here and say a blanket statement like Dolce said when she said men or heterosexual men. You could say, well, she didn't specify what race of men, but come on, man. We all know specifically who she's talking about, whether you want to admit it or not. And I think that's quite sad too, because in exchange for doing this, all they get is a little bit of money and fame. All right. And how long is it going to last? Be honest. Were you familiar with her before all of this hype around her and all this Grammys and all that? Like, she just like this is why I say I stopped watching the Grammys, man. For one, it's just very demonic. That's number one. Two, it's as far as the actual music, it sucks. Right? I've never heard of her music before this whole Grammy. I never even know who this person was. And I'm not saying like just because I don't know what she wasn't popular. No, I'm just saying I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who never heard of Dolce before the Grammys and was just as shocked at me when she came out there and performed and was nominated for a Grammy. Like, what was her song again? What was her song again? Maybe she had a song that I heard but didn't realize it was her. And I'm pretty much, that could very much well be the case. Right? But I'm trying to think of what's and it's just, like I say, it's very confusing. It's meant to do that. It's meant to confuse. It's not designed to be explanatory or to break things down or to make things more easy for you to understand. It's meant to confuse you about gender. So you used to growing up in a society where there is no gender. So because when there is no gender, that can make us more easy, more susceptible to be synced and linked to the smart grid via metaverse. And that's what's coming. That's what Elon Musk is setting up right now, and that's what Trump is setting the precedence for.
Yeah, that was wild though. Saying dating straight men is a red flag is crazy.
Like, and my whole thing is this though. Okay, right? If you feel like that and that's your stance, I mean, okay, whatever, right? But what is the point of giving this person who just performed at the Grammys and got all eyes on her? What was the point of giving her this platform, making this viral? Trust me, you don't go viral unless the unintelligent artificial intelligence wants you to. Please believe that. I'll repeat that. All right. You only go viral because the unintelligent artificial intelligence wants you to, not because of you. I know that might be a hard pill to swallow. Somebody might say, well, Virgil, that's some hating shit. I don't care. It's true. Whether you want to accept it or not, it don't matter. One day y'all gonna realize that all this stuff is happening for a reason. Right? My man RBG was good. What is a Dochi and why did it win an award officer? You're thinking the same thing I was thinking, RBG? Like, who is this broad? What's her song? What's her song that won her a Grammy? I still don't know what it is.
Was it that alligator? Well, she won an album. I think she won an album.
It wasn't she won album of the year.
Yeah, that alligator bites never heal. But what's so crazy when I told you I was gonna do a little background, I didn't even read. Now here's the wild part about her. If you look up controversial things under her,
right?
One of the weird. This is really very contradictive in a way for her to be openly queer. Say she says she has a girlfriend. She also says she doesn't like to date straight men, but she will date men. So I'm not sure what that means. Like you said, it must be some kind of beta male or something. I don't know. But one of her most popular songs, to answer your question, one of her most popular songs is that "Denial is a River." "Denial is a River." I didn't really listen to it all like that, to be honest with you. But reading the comments of people who, there's a big debate about the song is transphobic and homophobic. But she's a major, like even in her acceptance of speech, the award speech she just did for that GLAAD Awards, she just literally says she hates the attacks from the trans and the homophobic. But if you listen to them lyrics, according to the comments, again, I didn't listen. They claim that the lyrics are very much the opposite of that. It's like she's like speaking to people in the closet, and she's kind of like downing it in a way. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe she's still trying to figure out her angle, but it seems contradictory.
And that's the thing. And this is what I'll be telling y'all, man. It's things are right in our face. They're not hiding this stuff anymore. And I want us to stop, because what I notice that we overthink things, right? Now, pay attention to what you say, man. You said it's that's the whole idea. It's contradictory. Cognitive dissonance. This is what is wanted. They want us to be confused. I want y'all to understand that is the agenda. Confusion, chaos, complete confusion. And with so much confusion going on, that's to let y'all know who's in charge of all of this. So when you see people out here promoting, marketing, advertising, pushing, advocating for straight confusion in all its ways, however confusion manifests, a pretty black girl with a nice little slim frame on her, right? Talented, says she likes girls and dudes, but not masculine, heterosexual dudes who only like women, maybe fun boys, what? Beta dudes, like my man, of course, said, what? Like bi dudes who like girls and guys. I don't pause. I don't even like my mind going down the avenue of that, man. Right? And like I say, the way she's being marketed, whether you want to whether you don't understand this or accept this is irrelevant, it's to children. I want y'all to understand that, man. What you think they sending her out there in underwear and shits for? Basically, what's the first thing when y'all see Doechii out here performing in her underwear? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? She look like she has on a what? The stuff be right in our face, man. And like I say, man, the best way to hide something from somebody is to put it right in their face. Right? Cognitive dissonance has been so set in our psyche that we've been accepting opposing realities and views and beliefs and believing them both for so long that we really can't tell the difference between what's real and is not, or if it's right in our face or not. And then with this other stuff, that just adds on to what? More confusion. And the worst part about it is the kids suck it up. Because their brains is like sponges, literally. Their bodies are way more moisture than ours. What does that mean, bro? That means that they can retain memory more. That means that means if you ever heard of the 1,000 monkeys syndrome, that means that they're more susceptible to download this stuff. I talk about epigenetics all the time, y'all, man. And this brings into the saying that the sins of the father will visit the children, right? They downloading everything, man. You dig? And we got a whole bunch of confused ass kids who think they're boys and girls, non-binary, cats, dogs, whatever else it is out there, heterosexual, pansexual, heterosexual, liberal, lepsical. Confusion, utter confusion, breaking up the psyche. Like I tell y'all all the time, this is traumatic. This is trauma. Whether you want to understand that or know that or not, you know, that's for you to figure out. But this is very traumatic to especially the kids being exposed to this type of imagery, this type of ideology, right? This agenda. And like my man Dan Patrick just said, they're malleable, very impressionable. And the reason why is because their bodies are moisturized. They got a lot of water. Water retains memory. So when they seeing all of this stuff, even what we call subconsciously, the kids are downloading this shit. Right? And what happens as a result of that is it multiplies into the next generations to where they'll grow up in a society where there is no gender. Growing up in a society where humans are no longer born by natural means. See where we start going with this? This is why I say this is an agenda. This is a catalyst agenda at that. He said we're going to have to bring back the black and the white TVs. And this is why I say it's an agenda, right? Because agendas have an end game in mind. At the end, there's a destination that is desired to go to and meet, right? And when it comes to this agenda, what is the goal? What is the end game, right? Metaverse, smart grid, assigned housing, assigned employment, social credit systems. That's where all this stuff is headed. And I know a lot of y'all who probably be tapping in with me, y'all probably, yeah. So this is why I said we got to get our dot connecting game going on. We got to be able to connect the dots. We can't, like I said, we be so focused on like what's right in front of us, and we can't even really see what's right in front of us, let alone how it connects into everything else. So when I talk about this agenda and why it's being put through the music, it's because it's being pushed to the kids. Right? Kids familiarize with music. Hence, when we were in school, what do? We learned through song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Right? And the music helps to program it into the mind, so then it gets downloaded onto the motherboard. Verse, did you just basically say that yes, nigga, yes, we're computers.
Oh, for sure.
Quantum biological computers of the most advanced kind.
100% facts.
Right? And this is why we're being made to be synced and linked to the smart grid. This is why everything is being made synthetic. This is a representation of synthetic. Synthetic is just another way of saying not real. Artificial intelligence. I say unintelligent artificial intelligence. You'll have to be able to connect the dots. It did, man, RBG, man. It definitely did. But see, it's a process, though, man. It's a slow process. Listen, y'all remember what happened in 2008, right? Who remember what happened in 2008? I'm not talking about Barack Obama getting elected for president.
You talking about that crash, right?
Huh?
You talking about that crash, right?
No, that was pivotal too, but that's not what I'm talking about. Something that was just as pivotal. I've been saying that a lot, reason for. I don't know why I'm saying pivotal, right? But what also happened in 2008? Not only did the stock market crash, we had that whole bailout situation. Not only was Barack Obama elected first allegedly black president of America, but do y'all remember in 2008 the major thing that happened? We switched from analog radio frequencies to digital wireless frequencies. That was very pivotal.
They changed the way the brought, like you said, the frequencies. That's important because we don't realize. A lot of people don't realize, like I said, like the brain being a computer and the way that our body operates off of electromagnetic fields and forces and frequencies, radio waves, shock waves, all of that stuff is a real deal. We like it sounds like some alien shit out of a movie, but that's how complex the human body is. We underestimate how electrical we are. We're very electrical.
I mean, we're electrical beings, man. Like if you was to go into cardiac arrest right now, they would bring a defibrillator to electrically charge your heart.
Facts. Yep.
If you was to rub up against some clothes out the dryer, you're going to generate some static electricity. And if you charge it enough, you'll even see a spark from your finger to whatever metal you touch. Right. Actually, social media started before that.
All right. Social media, we can go all the way back to what? Black Planet,
MySpace. What else?
Low key, quiet as kept. AOL chat.
AOL chat. On the message board back in the day, that was the first social media for real.
You created a username, you created a persona, you created a lot, and you networked with people around the world that you never would have ever came across. That was the first time you had.
The message boards used to slap.
Yeah. That was the first way that we digitally flirted with someone.
Digital chat rooms. It was all text.
Yep.
Right.
And that was probably, what was that, like 2001?
That was early 2000s.
Yeah, because I felt like we just missed it when we graduated. Like it was like right at the end of our high school run.
Right.
This stuff, because we kind of was just getting camera phones. A lot of people I know we showing our age, but we ain't even have camera phones till like our senior year.
RBG, you remember the message boards, bro? The AOL chat,
message board,
Yahoo, motherfucker,
and the abbreviations. If the chick was, that's a whole nother conversation, though. But that was a wild and fun time, bro.
Right. But all of this is being done to desensitize and preemptively program all of us, but specifically the children. Right? And I want y'all to be able to have an open mind, man. Have your mind as open as possible, man. Because when you don't have an open mind, you close yourself off to possibility. You know what I mean? And we got to get away from rigid belief systems. Because in this reality, which most of us don't understand the nature of, like my man Core said, most of us don't even understand that we are electrical beings and that our bodies are very much affected by frequencies. Which is what Doechii is all about. She's a artist, a musical artist. She understands that. So why I say it's an agenda, because they're using why I say they use the new artist, or ask the question, are new artists being used to push not only this agenda, but other agendas as well. But we specifically talking about this one because, see, the interesting thing about Doechii is that she's a woman who doesn't like heterosexual men, and she's basically contributing to the further tearing down of the male image, specifically us. Because whether she said it or not, whether she made a point of it or not, she was definitely referring to specifically us. I bet you if we look into it, she stood up there and messed with fun boy white boys. Pause. Big pause. And it's a waste of a woman because, like I said, Doechii is actually attractive. She's actually a very attractive chick.
Yeah, she is, and talented.
She's very pretty. Like, she got a nice slim frame on her, nice little body on her. You hear me? She's slim and chocolate, so I'm gonna just say I can tell. I'm gonna just say that. So something must have happened to her. I suggest everybody go get some therapy, man. That's a fact, RBG. I think we should all get some therapy, man. I think it would be in our all best interest to go get some therapy and go get familiar with our trauma, trauma, especially the trauma we forgot about. I'll just say that. Right? And I think it would be very, very helpful and positive into helping all of y'all out there to get on the true path of discovering, right, who you are versus what you are, right? Because there's so much distraction, so much confusion that we being bombarded with to prevent us from that, right? And in this reality, especially, we get confused. We get the two confused. We get who we are confused with what we are, as if they are the same thing. Now, put a number 11 in the chat if you understand that there's a difference between who you are and what you are. Put a number 11 in the chat if you understand that there is a difference between who you are and what you are. Yeah, man, go some therapy. Ain't nothing wrong with it. A lot of us have been subject to severe levels of trauma, and we don't even know it. And this is adding to the trauma. This imagery, these sound bites, right? And to hear this rhetoric, huh? Just imagine if there's a little boy out there, specifically a little black boy, who happens to like Doechii's music. And he heard her say what she said. How would you think that would make a young boy feel? Right? I ain't saying like for no sympathy or nothing like that, because the other could be said on the reverse, on the other side. You feel me? The whole thing is this: Cui bono. And my man Corey said, who benefits? Who benefits from Doechii saying the stuff she's saying? Does Doechii benefit from it? In what ways does she benefit from it? Does her audience benefit from it? Does people who like her music benefit from it? Does society benefit from it? What is the positive outcome of spewing the rhetoric that straight heterosexual men are a red flag? Who benefits from that? Right? And when you start asking those type questions, them answers going to lead you to places that most people are not going to be willing to go. Right? He said that little boy will soon start popping his ass to Doechii music. Hey, yo, man. Monique gonna sit up there and say, I don't listen to her. What does she play and say? I don't know if she play an instrument or not. And I'm telling you, outside of the anxiety song, the song I hear on the radio, I don't know any other Doechii songs. Haven't heard of them. Right? And this is not an attack on Doechii. Listen, man, she's just a puppet being used, man. Willingly, wittingly, I might say. Right? Everybody's time is going to come in that industry. And we're starting to see it come for a lot of people right now. Maybe y'all don't realize it. Right? And I'm not talking about the main ones like, you know, like Puff or nobody like that. Pause. Right? I feel like every time I mention that dude, I gotta say pause. He said I may have inadvertently received RBG said I may have inadvertently received her music in my ear, but now I don't listen to her. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you know, I could think of like that song right there, the one that come on the radio all the time. But I could think of that anxiety song where she just jacked my homeboy Gautier's whole beat, which I ain't tripping off of, but you know. The question is there an agenda? And are the new artists being used to push it? Right? Definitely selling us out. Right? What you think about that, Court? Is that a terminology that you like to throw around to people that sell out? People still selling out nowadays, man?
I haven't used it in a while, but I'll be feeling that way. I do be feeling that way. I don't necessarily use the term as much, but I definitely see people still selling out a lot for sure, for various different reasons.
Selling all the way out.
Yeah, I think people don't even call it out as much no more because unfortunately, again, just like with everything, I think we just starting to adapt, bro. I think we just getting so used to it, just like with all these new different, you know, whatever. It's just like we get used to it and we stop talking about it, stop complaining about it. You just kind of choose to not deal with it.
And that's the whole and that's part of the agenda.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
Yeah.
Like I said, so it becomes normal. Now think about 3 generations from now. They ain't gonna have no critical thinking. They're not gonna question anything. They ain't gonna have no emotions, no feelings, or nothing like that. So that makes them more easy to control. Outside of fear of the consequences of not obeying the laws. And like I said earlier, man, we don't want to become the face of homegrown terror. They are trying to make us the face of sexual deviancy. When I say us, I mean us FBA men And FBA stands for Foundational Black Americans. They're trying to make us the face of all sexual deviance, everything that they're the face of. And I'm not even talking about specifically white people. I want y'all to understand that when I'm talking about the powers that be, they ain't white people. That's another topic for another day, too. Although they use some very powerful white people to, you know, but the ones that's running shit, they ain't white. Another topic for another day, right? Definitely selling us out. Both of these people in her position is selling us out. Most of them are selling us out, so, and that's the whole reason why I have songs like this now. This is the reason why I go so hard on the industry, specifically hip hop, because the hip hop was a beautiful, pure thing when it was first created and formed. Beautiful. And what it has become, I feel some type of way about it. That's why I go so hard about it. Because I see the agenda, right? I see it. It's not even something. They're not hiding it anymore. Well, like I said, what's the point? What's the point of making this clip go viral? Because it wasn't like she was joking. She's dead ass. What's the message behind that? What is somebody who's a 15-year-old fan of Doechii? What is she? What is she to get from that? What is he to get from that? Hearing that, seeing that imagery. You dig? Right? I dropped the link, man. Anybody want to come up and spit your game and talk your ish? Add to the conversation. Ask me a question. Ask Court a question. Maybe y'all know something regarding this agenda that we don't know. Come on through and support the show. Add to the show. Fully interactive show over here at Able Talk. All right, we incorporate and invite the audience to engage in the comment section. Y'all can engage with my peoples, all my people in my comment section, especially if you see them with their name lit up in blue. They over here for a reason. You did. You know, straight like that, man. I got my brother Court in the building, man. E&E every day, all day, no days off, man. Right? And Doechii's not the only one. Right? She's just the popping one right now. Now, the question you got to ask her is, why is she popping all of a sudden? She tells the story in her popular song with the the boom bap joint, right? She tells the story basically of how she came up and got on. And if you pay attention, it goes back to about a period of what I want to say is about 3 to 5 years. Let's go to the stream. 5 years. Well, let's take it back. Let's take it back, what, 2020? What song did Doechii have out? Where was she at? She was an indie artist popping what? Somebody got signed? Or did she just come out of nowhere? Now, that's a question I'm asking you, Court, because I know you be on the mixtape game and on the artists and all that. You hear me, Court?
No, what'd you say, bro?
I said, she said that basically in that song she got on the radio right now, the song with the little boom back, you know what I'm talking about, that shit. Mm-hmm. She's basically telling the story of how she got on into how she got to where she's at today.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically what the song is, right? This is a period of about 3 to 5 years. So my thing is, why are we just now hearing about her?
Yeah. I don't know. I know she definitely, I mean, I know I just got hip to her like probably in the last 6 months, Probably if that.
Now, did they shelve her? Probably.
Yeah, because she reminds me when I like listen to some of her. When I went back and started looking at her page and looking at some of her music, she reminded me of an artist that might have been on like Raucous Records or something back in the day. You know what I mean? Like the way she's like crafty with her music. She got a lot of story. Like she can paint a picture and tell a story and make it real. You know, it ain't that bullshit, right? She's not talking about how good her body looks, and you know what I mean. And that was refreshing from a woman's standpoint. We don't get a lot of that with the women artists. So I was actually surprised. Like when she talks, it seems like she's more raw and raw in her interviews, is what it seemed like, and it gives her more insight into who she is, probably as a person. You know, but the music, I thought, I'm kind of surprised that the label is honestly behind her music, because with her works, we're seeing that it wasn't like commercial. It wasn't your typical, you know, we understand why a girl with a BBL and all these that's a sexual symbol, and she talks about her sex a lot and talks about all that. We understand why those girls get pushed. There's a market, there's a big market for that, obviously. But usually artists like Doshi with the create that level of finding a way to be artists without being sexual as a woman, those artists rarely are backed, especially to a Grammy level. That's almost never. That almost like never happened. That's like a Lauryn Hill or something. It's very rare that a woman can like keep keep it not all sexualized and stuff. So that's why it's kind of, I would have loved to see her be a positive role model and just kind of stick to that, because we don't have a lot of women in that voice. She might need some PR training too for some of the stuff that.
Oh, she definitely needs some PR training.
She has said publicly. It's just like she's literally contradicted herself. It only took me 5 minutes to find out she contradicted herself majorly.
And that's why I said utter confusion. It's all confusion, man. That's what it's all about. Confuse people, right? Confuse them about their reality. This is where we get that term gaslighting from, which a lot of y'all terribly misuse on a daily basis. All right. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. And like I said, it's real messed up because a lot of these people be actually talented. You know what I'm saying? Look at my man Kodak Black. Look at Yak. Yak out there looking like Andre 3000's long lost son that's on dope and everything right now.
Oh, man. It's hard to watch him sometimes, man. It's like it's like watching somebody just spiral and you just can't do nothing about it, but it's like, damn.
Right.
But yeah.
It's a crazy situation, man, for real, man. And we can't allow our faith, we can't become they're trying to switch it over to us, man. They're trying to make us out to be the bitch, man. No, we can't go. And it be pissing me off, man. I'm gonna just say I went to Dollar Tree the other day, right? A couple weeks ago, right? And clearly the guy working at the register, he's a fun boy, right? Pause. And like he's the only person in there working, so of course I had to go to his goddamn line and everything, right? Of course I did, right? And I get up there, I'm not disrespectful. I'm a hello, hey, I ain't type, but this motherfucker always trying to all the way trying to engage in a conversation. I'm like, man, and I didn't mean to be rude, you know what I'm saying? But I probably came off a little rude though, you know what I'm saying? I don't even understand. I probably didn't come off rude though, but this motherfucker basically sent up there. It's just embarrassing for real. And then it kind of, it's kind of like, dude, come on, bro, man. Like, and this is what I say, man. Like, fun boys back in the day didn't attempt to try to like flirt with us, talk to us, engage in conversation with us. try to exchange and banter with us, right? It just didn't. Like, when you came across a fun boy, like, say, if you went to, like, the store back in the day, you know, it wasn't trying to, like, chop it up and shit, though. It's just like, okay, like, and keep it moving type shit. You know what I mean?
You felt like he was trying to hit on you?
I mean, I wasn't necessarily saying trying to hit on me, but, you know what I'm saying? Trying to engage in conversation that could possibly lead to, and I'm just like, dude, man, I don't talk to you know, I mean, I don't, outside of, hey, how you doing today, cool, whatever, and get up. I mean, you know, I'm not disrespectful. I'm not, you know what I mean, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, you trying to, like, you saying extra shit. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if you was a chick, nigga. That nigga was sweeter than bear meat dipped in honey, talking all sassy and shit. Like, bro, don't talk to me, nigga. Y'all know what I'm talking about, so I ain't got nothing against fun boys, man. I mean, you want to be a fun boy, that's your business, man. You know, most fun boys like to stay to themselves. They definitely ain't trying to go read no books to no kids in schools and libraries, and they definitely ain't trying to go to fucking trans parties with little boys. They ain't cool with that. You know, lots of fun boys don't really even believe in, you know, same-sex marriage or even two people presiding over children together, right? How much y'all know about that? And that's why I say it's a difference between the LGBTQ element and OP barbecue committee agenda and the actual LGBTQ community. They're not with none of this crazy shit that's going on, you know. They don't want necessarily rights, you know what I'm saying, as far as something like written in stone, which has happened. You got specific legislation for these people. None for us black folks, though. Asians get a hate crime. LGBTQ get a hate crime. Black folks don't got no hate crime laws, though, against us. We can just sit out here and just butcher each other, and people can just butcher us. It don't mean nothing. And then they got the nerve to sit up there and put motherfuckers like this in front of us, pushing this fun boy and fun girl shit to us, like it's helpful, like it's beneficial to us, like we've benefited from this since it's been implemented. I challenge any LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda member or actual LGBTQ member, right, to tell me what positive influence on society all of this has had. And I'll wait. Because any answer is only going to end with things going in y'all's favor, not necessarily everybody else. So I should have just not said that, just in case somebody out one of y'all want to answer and say some highly predictable shit. You know, I don't get it twisted, man. Because I know a lot of people be having shit fucked up, right? When it comes to me, so I don't hate anybody. You know what I mean? I rarely dislike people, right? I actually got a lot of love for motherfuckers. I'm just very strong in my views because my views and my opinions, guess what? They're based in actual facts, not conjecture, not feelings or emotions, not he say, she said, hearsay. No, actual facts. That's why they call me Stacks with the Facts. Right? So yeah, man, I just be having to say that every now and again because I don't want people to get it misconstrued. You know what I'm talking about? I want y'all to get it fucked up. All right. I got nothing against y'all individually. That's why I make the distinction. That's why whenever I say what I say the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda. Lots of y'all who are considered to be LGBTQ, y'all don't know which one y'all are part of. Most of y'all not even aware that it exists. And that's another part of the confusion. Right? There's nobody more confused than somebody who thinks there's somebody they're not. Who's more confused than that? Court, who's more confused than a person who thinks they're you, but you're you? But they really think they're you, though.
Yeah, that's a deep level of confusion.
You understand what I'm saying? And this is what we're being imposed upon with in our society. I want y'all to stop trying to downplay this shit like it's just, oh, nah. No. It's indoctrination on levels that most can't, or I'm going to say can't, won't comprehend. Everybody got to hate Bill Crump except for us. And sit up there.
Yeah, we ain't never going to get one of those.
And sit up there and Paul's gunned us down. By the police been gunning us down for the past, I mean, going hard too, like the past 10 years straight. Just offing niggas. And that's just the police. And that's just the ones we get told about. Right? So the answer to the next question is yes. Yes. Without a shadow of a doubt, yes. These artists are definitely being used to push the LGBTQ MNOP barbecue committee agenda specifically and especially. Why, you may ask? Right? Create confusion. This all goes back to when I talked to y'all about compartmentalization. The breaking up of the psyche, alters or altered states of awareness. When you subject people to constant trauma on all levels, right? The human brain splinters itself off into different subsections called alters or altered states of awareness or consciousness, perception, right? And when you experience trauma on a constant level, it continuously does what they call honeycombing, creating more and more alters or personalities where we get multiple personality disorder, or now it's called dissociative identity disorder. Now, all of these alters, identities, personalities can be programmed through things like neuro-linguistic program, extremely low frequencies, EMF, or electromagnetic frequencies. You understand? You got to be able to connect the dots, man. And that's why it's important to talk about this stuff like this and break it down like that. So you can see, I'm not just saying it's agenda just to say some more controversial shit. No, I want you to see that there's actually an agenda. I want you to see how they break it up and splinter it up and separate it from each other like it's separate, but it's all connected to the same thing, the same end game. And we got Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is running the show, right? They setting up the smart grid right in our face. And they using people like Dochi to preemptively program, especially our children, right? Especially our children, to be prepared to be engaging and interacting with each other in digital, holographic, augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality spaces. But that's not just it, though. That's just part of it, right? And that's the reason why we get hit with this imagery, man. It's preemptively programmed. It's desensitizing. Case in point, right? Case in point, you know what I mean? The situation with Dolce. How does that connect? Right. You got to understand how it all fits together, man. And like I said, they're using the artists to push these agendas. She's telling the whole world that she's bisexual and queer. You can be both. I don't know. Maybe I'm late, Court. I don't know. You know, we some old niggas now, man. We started to become old niggas, man. You gotta unmute your mic, Court.
I've been trying to understand a lot of it, man. I've been lost in the sauce for a minute, man. And you know,
I don't even try to keep up with none of the new trends or nothing like that.
I don't even. Yeah.
Everything is so cool. Everything is a challenge. Everybody just dancing and shit. Like shit is just fucking sweet. That shit. Now, if I allow anything to sometimes get me pissed off, it's that shit. Everybody just dancing and shit, like shit all sweet and cool and shit.
You know, one
dancing and shit. Every time you turn on TikTok, you turn on Facebook, you turn on everywhere you go, everybody's just dancing. And it'd be different if it was a good time to be dancing, if it was a happy time, prosperous time. Yeah, this ain't no time to be dancing. It ain't sweet. Out here for us, especially, this ain't sweet. It's about to get crazy out here. Don't you know that Bill Gates just sit up there and said they trying to sit up here and get us to be on a 2-day work week, and AI will be doing the rest of the work? Did y'all know that? You heard about that, Court?
No, I ain't hear about that. I ain't definitely hear about that. I will say though, I don't mind that. I'm okay with people like with the dancing and all that because shit, man, you can't just sit around and be consumed in that shit, man. That shit is bad for your health. You gotta have an outlet. You gotta have a laugh. I know for a fact I've laughed in moments where if niggas knew what was really going on, they were like, damn, how you even? But you can't. That shit will literally be bad for your health if you completely go down. Like, you know, sometimes you got to have something to offset the bad, you know?
Right. And that's a fact. And I'm all the way with that, man. When I say everybody dancing, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the children doing it. That's what they're supposed to do. There's nothing wrong with adults doing it. But when I say everybody dancing, I mean, in the way people are dancing. It's not that people are dancing. It's the way they're dancing. Challenges, groupthink, sync, everybody doing the same dances. It's the challenge.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I remember you said something about them challenges.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you that groupthink shit is real too. So social media is the epitome of groupthink. Like now you'll have a conversation with somebody and in the middle of the conversation, they'll bring up, you know, just like what such and such said on social media, or just like that one meme said on social media, but it's like nobody, it's almost like we've gotten away from original thoughts and all of that. Like,
yes.
Like you should be able to have a conversation with me. And if you got to reference a meme or something that was posted on social media to make your point, I feel like you're just regurgitating something that somebody else said, you know. One of the main reasons why I'm not that active on Facebook no more is because it just is. Facebook is the worst of all the of all the platforms when it comes to that.
Is.
Don't nobody be more. There's not more pointless topics being discussed than it is on Facebook. Like there is absolutely zero. I gain more from people I don't follow and know, like in groups and stuff like that. Is more productive than my regular timeline is trash, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you know that some of these people personally, so it's like it ain't none. But it's like I just don't get. I get burnt out. I'll look at like 4 or 5 people's stories, and then I can't do it. I can't sit there and by the time I get to like the 4th or 1st, because there's nothing really captivating. Nobody really, everybody. I mean, it's a highlight reel. Everybody acts like they're better than what they're doing in real life, and then everybody's judgmental, and everybody seems to have the same thoughts. Whatever's the topic on Shade Room is going to be the topic on your timeline for the whole week. Like I really don't. I really hate that shit, bro. Like it, and I've gotten caught up in common. I've got caught up in certain stories and stuff like that, but I never, I still had an individual thought process about it. I wasn't, I'm not in the comments arguing with people who disagree with me. I'm not, and then, I don't know, certain topics I just stay away from completely because I already know I'm going to probably sound like I'm coming off like I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you. So I just stay away from it because some of the shit is so lower level and service level that if I start scraping that surface, you're going to be offended. So it ain't that I care about you being offended, but I know that you're not going to hear what I'm saying. And once people shut down when they get offended, even if you talking facts. So I just I put my energy somewhere else. Like fuck it.
Yeah, I can dig it, and that's what you're supposed to do, man. Like I say, if you like I say, and for me, it's all business for me. You feel me?
It's your job to stay in the know. You need to know current events. You need to know all of that. But most people are not doing what you're doing.
And I'm gonna just say something. I'm gonna be very honest. I'm not about to sit up here and perk like y'all. Like I just make all this money. No, man. Now, is it slowly increasing? Yes, slowly. But it's all business for me. And if it wasn't, I wouldn't be doing it.
But I do like that you now. One thing I'll say about because obviously I know you on a way more personal level than probably 95% of the people on your page. But I know that you always been a nigga that ruffle feathers, right? You know it. You don't shy away from it. You don't hide from whatever. Like I can truly say I know several people who, kind of like take the approach you take sometimes with that type of stuff. But I think you handle it better than most of them because they will really get into like deep debated arguments and personal attacks on people. I've seen you accept personal attacks because people don't understand what you're saying and they start coming for you personally. And bro, you will handle that shit and you won't even really come back personally, back at them, not at least pub, you know what I mean? I think that you really kind of got to a point where you have mastered that, like, you can't really get me out of my hook. And I'm not saying, I'm sure there's been certain things that said that has pissed you off, like, oh shit. But I think you have done a good job of like not allowing that to like spill over into what you do, man. You know what I mean? You could easily been deterred by now and been like, oh man, y'all ain't understanding me. Y'all ain't feeling what I'm talking about. But I see you. I just was telling Val, like, oh man, look at bro, got over 1,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? I never even noticed that till today. But first of all, congratulations on that too, by the way.
Appreciate that. That's hard work, but I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
It's different on YouTube nowadays, man. See, this, and that's what I tell people. See, to most people, and this is how I know the unintelligent artificial intelligence is really learning that. To most people, it would appear and seem that YouTube lowered the standards and made it easier to become monetized. No. It's not easy to get 500 subscribers nowadays. Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
And if you think so, not without listening. And in order for you to get popping, you have to subject yourself to some very wild behavior on here.
Yeah. And you usually, let's just call it what it is, bro. You're doing it kind of going against the status quo. You're kind of doing it. You could easily talk about what everybody want to hear. Like let's say if you did a podcast right now about Kanye and an interview with DJ Academics, right? Because that's such a hot topic, you know what I mean? Your shit will probably get more views than the average show because people, that's surface for people. That's so easy for people to listen to. They've seen it on the Shade Room. They've seen it on all the different media sites. So it's already in their head. And then so it's a refreshing topic. But when you start talking about things that people aren't used to talking about, or they're not comfortable talking about, it's easier for you to not get subscribers and not get followers. So
I want y'all to understand, and you're right, and I want y'all to understand why that is, right? And the reason why that is because the unintelligent artificial intelligence is paying attention. I hope y'all don't think that these algorithms is just some like computer program. No, man. I want y'all to understand what the unintelligent artificial intelligence actually. Have you ever asked yourself that? Have you ever sit up there, put an 11 in the chat? If you ever just asked yourself, what is artificial intelligence? I mean, not your basic overall groupthink understanding of what we know it is, computers and you know what I'm saying, Iron Man, Jarvis, and Stack. I'm not talking about what is it though? Like, what is it? Here, ask yourself that question. Put a number 11 in the chat if you have. Like, what is it? Right? I told y'all, man, you go viral because you're made to go viral, not because of you. Right? I like what my man RBG said. All right. All right. Right. The unintelligent artificial intelligence, which Bill Gates said he wants to be replacing us at our jobs. They only want us to go to work for 2 days a week. Exactly. You feel me? And that's why I'm glad you said what you said in that statement I just highlighted, RBG, because an algorithm would somehow indicate that it's random, that it's happenstance, right? I think we have a misunderstanding of what an algorithm actually is. Yes, we do, Monique Robinson. That's why I always be saying, man, most of us ain't from no damn Africa out people. Right? We got lots of Black indigenous natives here, or indigenous people. The Great Serpent Mound is in our state. Did y'all know that? What y'all know about the Great Serpent Mound? That's right here in Ohio. Not too far from us. In Columbus. Yeah. You ever heard of the Great Serpent Mound, Court?
Nah, I have not.
Hold on. Let me give y'all a bit of history real quick, man. Actual facts. Right? Y'all ain't know, man. We probably got the highest concentrations in the country. Y'all ain't ever heard of the Serpent Mound? Yeah, man. That's right here out here in our neck of the woods, man. We about to get up out of here, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? There ain't no need to drag this. So I just want to chop it up real quick with y'all about that, man. You know what I'm talking about? Court was good with you, man. You want to say some closing words before we get up out of here, man? You gotta unmute your mic, Court.
I got you. Yeah, man. But again, first, I appreciate you having, of course, on the show. I know kind of sporadic, so we gotta run it back again. So, man, I'm gonna start trying to jump on here. I'm gonna start hitting you with some stuff that we might be able to do. Top into.
You already know. That's what we got.
Well, I already know 100%. That's on me. I know that's been on me. So, but again, congratulations too. Like I said, being over 1,000 subscribers is a big deal. I was there when you literally had 1-2 subscribers. So definitely I just want to emphasize that we really proud of you, you know, for grinding out, bro. I know you put a lot of hours and dedication into this shit, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, brother.
But yeah, man, very good conversation today. I learned some stuff about, like I said, I had just been, it was crazy. I just started kind of listening to Doshi's music because I literally liked some of the couple of things I heard. Like I was like, it was a breath of fresh. So I didn't know nothing about the background. And then once I told you I was going to start researching, I seen certain stuff. But it's definitely a real conversation that needs to be had. And just to be aware, you know, just be aware of what's going on, man. And you know, make sure we're not influenced by, you know, the people that's really calling the shots, man, and not letting these people dictate what's important to us and how we operate and move, man. And we gotta find ways to still love each other and deal with each other, no matter what our walks of life is. But we don't have to. Let's just be careful with forced. You know, let's not force nothing. You know, let's let things be natural. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to put it all in your face for you to accept it. And, you know, I think that's where the disconnect comes from. You know, it's never no homophobic stuff or anything like that. It's just sometimes, you know, certain things can feel forced, and it feel like there's just certain things that don't get pushed to the forefront. And it's like, well, damn, why are these things so prevalent and not these other important issues? So, but definitely some good think talk today, man. And yeah, definitely appreciate it for sure, man.
Man, you already know, man, Court, man. You already know anytime you're more than welcome to come up on the show. As far as doing anything in specific, you already know, man, you got my number. We can talk up behind the scenes, chop up, discuss what we're going to talk about, whatever the situation may be. You already know it's nothing, man.
Yes, sir.
Let me know, man. We about to get up out of here. And I'm going to be playing this song a lot more often because especially when we have shows like this, though, man, because as you know, one of the main targets of the LGBTQ MNOP barbecue committee agenda is masculinity, specifically Black male masculinity, right? You know what I'm saying? And I don't even use this terminology, right? But I understand it as far as reference to this song. Shout out to my brother Narsha DISSET. Shout out to my brother Glitch the Guarantee. Glitch was tapped in earlier. I don't know what happened to him. If I had to go take care of the kids, I don't know. All right. But this is a song by both of them, man. My brother Narsha DISSET featuring Glitch the Guarantee. Well, not my fault. Not even Glitch. Glitch ain't even on the song. I'm tripping. This is Sick and my boy John Boy.
What up, John B? Shout out my nigga John Beasley.
Shout out to my brother John B. We need to get an album out of him, man. I've been saying that for like the past year, man.
Good luck getting John. You want to handcuff John in the studio.
God damn, man.
He worse than you.
Or just act like we using this verses for features and just put together an album. He ain't even gonna realize it was.
That's how you gotta do, bro. Seriously.
That's wild as hell, man. All right, man. Shout out to my brother Court. Hey, Court, don't walk all the way off. Just drop down. Don't X out. Just cut your camera and stuff and your mic and stuff on, man.
All right.
Real quick when I end the show.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we about to get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Court Ray, man. You know, he's gonna be coming on, you know what I'm saying, coming on the show. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother King Els. You already know. Hold on. See, I gotta remake it, man. Because I did this on accident, man. I accidentally started the other show. You feel me? When I meant to start this one. So tomorrow. See, that's some bullshit, man. So tomorrow, y'all know we're gonna be talking about the Final Four: Auburn, Duke, Florida. Fucking I'm fucking high and shit right now. We're gonna get to all of that tomorrow, though, man. E&D Sports Tuesday night wrap up. I know my brother Court probably messing around tap in for that. You know what I'm saying? I know Glitch gonna tap in because his boys was up in here. Listen, man. It's going to be a beautiful conversation tomorrow. We're going to talk about the Final Four, amongst other things going on in the NBA. and NFL, some stuff going on. We're gonna talk about it, man. So tap in, walk with us, smash that like button, go subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. We out of here, man.
Necessary. What question is? Spend your hat.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black coffee, man, I don't add cream. North give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. Your girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I'm tired to a bumper, now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me, and I got it photocopied. Caught up on film, flow, tracks and sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. I see the heat like 10 mini blocks, and I charge for a hook, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black
Keep
things.
my grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Yeah. Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, shit be gone in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas get too used to hope. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Let's go. Look, only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child that can hold his own. They want to give you numbers in his cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a cop, any wicked judicial system. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black kings.